Okay, commissioners, residents, the regular village council meeting of the village council of Forest Park will come to order. This is our Monday, October 28th meeting. We begin with the pledge of allegiance. If you're able, please rise. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Maxim. Here. Commissioner Nero.
Here.
Commissioner Mellon-Rogobin. Here. Commissioner Vogt. Here. Mayor Hoskins.
Here. Okay, approval of the minutes from the October 15th regular meeting. Council, is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Maxim. Is there a second? Nero second. It's been seconded by Nero. Discussion? Okay, there's no discussion. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim.
Aye.
Commissioner Nero.
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon-Rogobin.
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt.
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins.
Aye. Okay, public comment.
Yes. Bernadette McLean.
Hello. For those of you who know us, well, we live at 624 Lathrop, but we are landlords of multiple properties in Chicago and Forest Park. And I'm here as a landlord just as a public announcement for others and also for a thank you. As landlords, we recently encountered a very challenging situation of an applicant who had applied for one of our Chicago apartments. The credentials of this applicant passed background checks with flying colors and was therefore approved. Shortly following keys being handed on to her, we discovered two unknown individuals and unapproved pets residing. The original applicant now unresponsive, with the exception of a speed dial by these two unknown individuals. To make a long story short, we discovered the original applicant we met was a fraud. Fake name, fake documents. Her scam and game was to advertise apartments and homes for rent on her Facebook page to those who could not pass a background check, be it past evictions, criminal records, family size too large for what needed to be occupied. She signed a lease under her alias using her fake credentials. She would charge her client, those who would answer her Facebook pages, and hand over the keys so they could move in. By the looks of it, she would sign 6 to 10 leases a month, give or take. As a landlord, we do our best to frequently monitor conditions and we discovered this issue. And luckily, we were able to get them to move out within a week with some financial persuasion. Otherwise, alternative was to attempt the eviction process with all unknown individuals, which would have taken months to maybe a year, who knows. I'm mentioning here is a cautionary tale and public announcement to other landlords. Since her Facebook page advertised properties in Forest Park, Oak Park, River Forest, Berwyn, and so on, she signed many leases and has done this over and over again. This individual had experience and advertised her services to create false IDs, CPNs, if you know what those are, vehicle records, etc. So I wanted to just let everybody know, be cautious if you're a landlord. I'm also mentioning as we wanted to thank the Forest Park staff and police, particularly Officer Mike O'Connor, who made himself available, unlike other officials who we encountered throughout this process, and helped us navigate this very challenging situation. Thank you, Mike. I know you're not here, but hopefully this message makes it your way.
Great. Thomas Kovac.
I suppose you know somewhat of my background. I was a federal bank examiner that was extensively involved with the prosecution of civil and criminal wrongdoing involving real estate, zoning, and banking. I did a lot of work in Texas, New England. I was a special representative to the European Union with regard to AIG Financial. I'm sure you heard about it in 2008. Well, I was the guy who was working with the Europeans, trying to get at what was going on early on. I was in The Big Short before The Big Short started. Okay. I am absolutely strongly opposed to the proposal to amend the zoning code for the 3 residential districts. I consider this thing to be one huge pile of crap. 3 minutes doesn't allow me to go into all the details of what is wrong with this. It is hideous. It would be horrible. Anyone adjacent to an R3 area to have a building allowed to be 60 feet high, no setbacks, 80% lot coverage. Imagine being next to that. I was curious as to how did this thing come about? There is nothing in these supposed 3 meetings supposedly. There's no record of what was said, who attended, what happened. And these are labeled as hearings. There's nothing there to look at. So how did these changes come from what existed to what is in these charts? It is crazy. I'm going to send to each of you commissioners a letter my attorney wrote back in August of 2019 regarding also a proposal to the R3 district. I'll let you decide if fraud was involved. It's about a 10-page thing. I did most of the investigation and my attorney wrote up the legalese. Here again, we had a totally false presentation as to why a request was being made to alter the code. It was done for the benefit of a rich private real estate developer who has an architect spokesperson who may be viewed as the Michael Cohen, the fixer of Forest Park. You know, Mike Cohen, the Donald Trump. This guy he's involved in so many things you wouldn't believe it. He's involved in the Reinsdorf fat body building next to the Dunkin' Donuts. The Reinsdorf group there is the same group who were involved with the bribery of Danny Solis. And the feds have pulled out prosecuting them if he testifies against Mike Madigan. That's what we're dealing with here. It's terrible. So don't do anything. Please read this letter and see what transpired back in 2019 with code change requests. I'm going to ask for a FOIA from you, the clerk, on every meeting and document that pertains to the development of these charts. I'm going to send you a FOIA. I would like from you, sir, what is this 60-unit building that you mentioned a few minutes ago? I sent a request for information on it, and I was told there is nothing. But you know of its existence, the proposal to build a 60-unit apartment building. Where is it to be located? I can't find anything about it. What's going on? Where part of these code changes related to that is a special favor. Again, special favors for people. Is that what's going down here in Forest Park? If you want to have greater density, we have something staring at us in the face. Look at Old Orchard and up in Vernon Hills. You take our shopping center's not working very well. Let's think about this. Let's see if we can do high density there and maybe make the shopping center more of a success. Let's not increase our density for our traditional neighborhoods with relatively low-rise structures. Where I live in the far north, it has been very successful because we put a lid on the height. It makes the buildingscape make sense. What I call the more monstrosities we have around town here that look like CHA housing projects, you know, Encircle, Des Plaines, Elgin, Marengo, they don't fit in at all with the small charm of Forest Park. They should never have been built, but we have nonetheless. Let's not have any more of it. No 60-foot high structures. No zero setbacks. This is crazy. please do not approve this thing and read the letter I'm going to have forwarded to you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Glovex.
Michelle Fitzhenry.
Vanessa, do you want one to go next?
Michelle Fitzhenry, 1041 Thomas Forest Park. I'm going to try to speak quickly. I'm going to touch on it. I don't know who that gentleman was, but I'm going to touch on a few things that he had to say. At the last council meeting, Steve Gleeke caught my attention. He mentioned Barney O'Reilly, and I knew Barney O'Reilly. Barney O'Reilly was a big developer right here in the early 2000s. I knew Barney O'Reilly because he lived only 2 doors down from me. I'm reminded of Barney O'Reilly every day because when I go back that yard and go to the north, I see nothing but a big blue ball. I wasn't paying attention in 2011 and 129, so I thought I'd get educated today. On the changes to title by last week's study. I look for recordings. I look for meetings. I was focusing on one transcript with 15 minutes. I believe approval. You can see just says me. I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. Present. Since the minutes. I was told that the village does not have transcripts. There is the Illinois a summary of the discussions of all matters proposed, deliberated, or decided. These minutes require approval. The links provided to me have the summaries of documents approved. At the top of the documents. So I thought perhaps so the two meetings that were party recordings. This process was provided in this first process. And I connected transcript. I can't speak as to whether these zoning changes are good or different, although I'm piggybacking on these because I don't know if he worked with the zoning. Something's this process doesn't
Thank you, Ms. Fitzhenry.
I have one public comment here that was emailed to me. I'll read it out loud. Good evening, council and staff. My name is Daniel Marcus and I am the husband of Commissioner Vogt. I am writing you today as a concerned resident in regards to the transparency of the recent tabled agenda item ordinance amending Title IX, Chapter 3 of the Village of Forest Park zoning code. I first want to thank the PZC for all of their hard work. Director Glinke made it clear during the previous council meeting that these changes are a product of your hard work alone, with just a little input from staff and third-party planners. I know that all of you are not necessarily experts in zoning code updates, so I admire your work and dedication to the village. I additionally want to thank the council for taking the time to discuss this in an open fashion for the public's sake. As much as the PZC is advisory, you all are the decision makers. Again, I don't believe any of you are experts in zoning, so I thank you all so much for taking a breath and not making quick decisions to blindly approve these codes without thorough vetting. I unfortunately cannot attend this meeting because of my job. I often work long hours and don't always have the luxury of attending a majority of public meetings here in Forest Park. I'm thankful when staff has the foresight and when residents have the fortitude to record meetings and then post them online. Every bit counts in helping to keep residents in the know. And so to my point, I see a wonderful opportunity for the village to further enhance transparency by recording and streaming public meetings that discuss issues directly impacting a majority of residents and or businesses. The entire rewriting of the village code will impact all residents in one way or another. Perhaps there is also a benefit to hosting at least one informative town hall presented by Commissioner Nero, Director Glinke, and Hughes, our third-party planner. This could provide a valuable platform for dialogue about the upcoming changes, timelines, and the rationale behind them. Maybe you could even discuss the upcoming zoning map changes, the new comprehensive plan timeline, and why some things are in need of revamping immediately while seemingly out of step with logical process and procedure. This engagement can help clarify the process and outline the analysis that has already happened, which would only help ensure that everyone is on the same page. Thank you all for your time and for your continuing hard work.
To the last one.
That's it. Thank you.
All right, so that's the end of public comment. There are no formal communications before the council tonight. Under department reports, there was one police report. Hopefully everyone had time to read that and digest it. Are there any comments on the police report? We're billed by resolution. Madam Clerk. Ready?
Ready. Be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Forest Park, Cook County, Illinois, that we dispense with the reading of the individual bills inasmuch as each department head has approved and signed bills in the following aggregate amount for the respective departments. Refunds and allocations, $12,956.05. Public Affairs, $6,157.89. Police Department, $8,543.65. Community Center, $2,320.76. Accounts and Finance Clerk's Office, $31,918.70. Accounts and Finance Fire Department, $3,980.16. Department of Health and Safety, $10,092.14. Streets and Public Improvements, $23,100.02. Public Property, $29,132.93. Seizure, $2,913.62. Federal Customs, $3,191.03. TIP, $2,902. VIP, $43,036.84. Water Department, $273,614.87 for a total of $453,860.66.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioners, is there a motion to adopt the resolution on the bills?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been by Commissioner Maxim. Is there a second?
Nero second.
Okay, it's been seconded by Commissioner Nero. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Maxim. Commissioner Nero.
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon-Goben,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt, Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution R 95 24.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Okay, Commissioners, there's one item under unfinished business, but I don't believe that the council is quite ready to take this up just yet. So we're gonna skip on down to new business. Chair will entertain a motion on the ordinance for the sale of this position of surplus property. 2015 Chevy Silverado. Is there a motion? Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Vogt. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Mellon. Discussion? There's no discussion. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim. Commissioner Nero, Commissioner Mellon-Goben,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt, Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is ordinance O 33 24.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Commissioners, the next item is an ordinance amending the village's liquor code for the purposes of granting a license to Aldi stores coming soon. Is there a motion? Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Maxim. Is there a second?
Nero second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Nero. Discussion. If there's no discussion, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim, Commissioner Nero, Commissioner Mellon-Goben,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt, Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is ordinance O 34 24.
Okay, Commissioners, next item is a resolution authorizing a waiver with regards to hiring fees for IMRF employees to allow for the hiring of a public works employee. Is there a motion? Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Maxim. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Mellon. Discussion. Okay, there's no discussion. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim, Commissioner Nero.
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon-Goben,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt, Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution R 96 24.
Commissioners, next item is a resolution approving collective bargaining agreement between the village and the Forest Park Patrol officers and sergeants represented by FOP, Fraternal Order of Police Labor Council. Is there a motion? Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Maxim. Is there a second?
I'll second.
That's seconded by Commissioner Mellon. Go with discussion. Okay, there's no discussion. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim,
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon-Goben,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt, Mayor Hoskins.
Aye.
This is resolution R 97 24.
Okay, Commissioners, the final, next item under new business is not the final item. Is approval for the requested membership. Strong Cities Network. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Mellon. Go. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Vogt. Discussion. All right, there's no discussion. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim.
Aye.
Commissioner Nero,
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon-Goben,
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt, Mayor Hoskins.
Aye. Okay, that can, well, items 1 through 5 are down. We're at administrator's report.
It's been busy here at Village Hall. We've got a lot of things going on. I want to say thank you to, with the election coming up next week, I want to say thank you to the League of Women Voters for celebrating their 100th anniversary last week. And it was a very enjoyable time celebrating with you all. I also want to recognize our first responders today. Today is National First Responders Day. And we have some of the best here in Forest Park between our police department, our fire department, our dispatchers, our public works department. You know, we are served by the finest, so I certainly want to recognize them on today. So thank you for all that you guys do. Leaf pickup has started. For those of you, I'm sorry if I'm jumping in on any of our commissioners here, but I just wanted to remind people that leaf pickup has started. Again, we are encouraging anyone who can and is able to bag your leaves or to mulch them into your grass or use them as compost. But we certainly are still picking up leaves. So if you are unable to, you can still break them into the street here. So, and then just, as the weather turns colder, make sure that, you're checking your water spouts for your outside, make sure you're, doing your kind of your fall maintenance so that you don't run into any unexpected things this winter. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Administrator. Commissioner Maxim. Commissioner Nero.
Just quickly, thanks to everybody who came out. I know it's not always the easiest thing to come out to a council meeting. Usually the council chambers are fairly lean in attendance. But just know that I appreciate all the public comment, as I'm sure the rest of the commissioners here. And we will, I can say with confidence, we will work together to make sure that decisions made for the best of Forest Park moving forward. And although that might take some time, or maybe it may be too fast for some folks, that in our hearts are the residents of Forest Park, and we will work hard to make sure that happens.
Thank you, Commissioner Nero. Commissioner Bell, go.
Yes, thank you very much. I want to report on a couple things very quickly. Want to thank Administrator Entler for her leadership and assistance with me in particular in working with me on my input and feedback and in shaping communication and input on our discussions and how to working together on talking about the work that we're doing at the council level. And I've just appreciated her feedback and her leadership and her wise counsel on the work that we're doing to make sure that we're getting a good work product. And again, I just think that her leadership and her guidance is shaping what we're doing as a council as a whole. And I wanted to acknowledge her for that. And again, and the other thing is, I just wanted to mention, it was great to participate with the Park District of Forest Park in the trunk or treat event on behalf of street safety. We provided safe trick or treating information to a lot of kids and families. And I wanted to acknowledge Director Stella and his team in Public Works. We had a pretty hefty water main break, and they just did what they always do, and just really want to acknowledge the fabulous work that our Public Works team does. There was a post on Facebook from somebody who wanted to move to Forest Park in the Forest Park Town Hall, and I was very inspired by the number of residents who responded, talking about our village staff in Village Hall, our first responders, and our Public Works team, and how just absolutely outstanding everybody is, and how wonderful it is to live in Forest Park. And I concur. But thank you, Sal, and your team for the great work you did on that water main break. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Bell. Commissioner Vogt.
Thank you. Yeah, I also want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. It's great to see folks in attendance. I know it can be hard to make these meetings. So I appreciate you coming in, and I really appreciate your feedback. For me, it helps to inform my decisions. It helps me make sure that, while we're up here making these decisions, we're taking the temperature of the community, and we're all sort of in lockstep together in this process. So I certainly encourage anyone who has questions still about some of these agenda items or any in the future to reach out and, to talk to your neighbors, and just let folks know that we really value your, attendance and your input and your feedback. So thank you very much. And then I wanted to just call out the casket races. They were so much fun. It was a beautiful day, really well attended. The rec board member, Megan Hunt, headed up our second annual dog costume contest. So she picked 3 of the best dog costumes at the races, and the winners received some cute dog related treats, bragging rights, and their pictures will be posted in the bulletin board inside of the dog park on Circle Avenue. So thank you, Megan, for tackling that positively impossible task of picking the best dog costumes. And Public Works may not have won the race, but they certainly did an amazing job getting everything all tidied up after the event. It looked like there were not hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people just an hour earlier in the street. So you always do such a wonderful job, and we really appreciate that. And then just remember, again, November 9th, the pumpkin smash. So hopefully we'll see you all there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you, Commissioner Vogel. Commissioners, there have been lots of events locally and some, semi-local. Last 2 Fridays ago, Commissioner Melvin Goldman and I attended the Triton College Foundation dinner. The honorees, it's the annual event at Triton College, obviously. The honorees this year, President Don myself, and Speaker Chris Welch from our house. And, this was a very, probably 2-hour set of, dinner, entertainment, light figure, whatnot. But these kind of events really present a great opportunity, for networking with other leaders in the area. Both Speaker Welch and President Harmon, made themselves available to talk about Forest Park issues. Not only did they make themselves available, but their chief of staffs were also there. So we had a chance to talk about Forest Park projects and efforts to recoup some of the money that was allocated to the Forest Park budget. So, you get a lot of these things in the mail for another dinner. It's, we all have, but every now and then you might take up one of these events because you don't know what kind of discussions you'll get to have with important state leaders who are right here in our neighborhood and honored. And it was also a good chance to network with other, commissioners, trustees, people who serve at the same level as we do, and hear about what they're doing in their towns. But it was an evening of those events, and we had a really good discussion. President Harmon's team and Rachel has been following up on some of that work, so appreciate that. And then this past week, I was invited to the Metropolitan Planning Council for their 90th year celebration. And that wasn't necessarily the event with a lot of mayors there, but there was discussion on the Metropolitan Mobility, which is the proposal to consolidate the transit agencies, given Forest Park's location and the fact that we have all these streetlights coming. I think that's going to be an important discussion for us to be a part of. So the next few days, we'll get you a 6-page synopsis of what is currently in the Mobility Act. It's gaining steam. There have been hearings held among House members, and while there's certainly a strong amount of opposition, there's significant support, and that was the big topic of discussion at this event. The event was also attended by CMAP, the Chicago Metropolitan Agency for Planning. So this groups like the Metropolitan Planning Council, it's important for us to get in front of them and to provide them with our input on some of these issues that will shape us. So, just keep an eye open for these kinds of opportunities moving forward. And that's really all I have for my report tonight. So having said that, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn into closed session pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2 C11 to discuss litigation. We are going to go into the session and we're going to reconvene the open session. Is there a motion to adjourn the closed session?
Yes, sir. Nero, make that motion.
Thanks. Been moved by Commissioner Young. Is there a second? Okay, it's been seconded to convene in closed session with anticipation of reconvening session. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Maxa. Commissioner Nero.
Aye.
Commissioner Rogoven.
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt. Mayor Hoskins.
Aye. We are going to recess into closed session rather than adjourn the closed session. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where's that? Very good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the council is going to reconvene. Is there a motion to reconvene?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, it's been moved by Commissioner Mellon. Is there a second? It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim.
Commissioner Maxim? To reconvene. Aye. Commissioner Nero?
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon McGovern?
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt?
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins?
Aye. All right, is there a motion to adopt the resolution approving the settlement agreement?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Maxim. Is there a second?
Nero second.
I actually heard Commissioner Mellon go first, so we're
Yes.
going to Commissioner Mellon.
Sure.
It's been moved by Maxim, second by Mellon. Discussion. Okay, if there's no discussion, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim? Commissioner Nero?
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon McGovern?
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt?
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins?
Aye. Great work, commissioners. Great work, audience. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Yes, sir. Nero, make that motion.
Been moved by Commissioner Nero. Is there a second? It's been seconded by Commissioner Maxim. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Maxim? Commissioner Nero?
Aye.
Commissioner Mellon McGovern?
Aye.
Commissioner Vogt?
Aye.
Mayor Hoskins?
Aye, we stand adjourned.
All right.